Hello, welcome to Flory Models Daily Vlog here on the 8th of July, Wednesday 2015, and as you can see we've actually got the Typhoon in one lump at last. Lots of filling, lots of sanding. I've got to do another load down on the sides here. You can probably see, find somewhere to grab this that isn't wet. Okay, black lines just basically is my last way of knowing, so when we get in there with the sanding, as long as all that paint goes, we know we're good. Any black bits left over, we've got to do a little bit more work. But needless to say, this seam running down each side of these wings is a little bit of a hassle. Nice in-flight display. As you can see, this is how it's going to look when it's all done. The wiring isn't inside at the moment, it's out, but all the loose cabling's in there. Just got to put the canopy on, which I'm going to just show you in depth. I'm about to record that in a moment about masking up canopies and taking care of those. So I'm going to do that as a standalone. That'll go up in tutorials next week as well as the actual video build on this one. The next part of this up is all on the site now, which is part 3, so you can go off and see that one. And then this will be in part 4, I should think, which will go up early next week. But as you can see, we are almost ready for paint. Hasn't been the easiest of builds, not because I put the wiring in, because to be honest that was a piece of cake, it just fitted in there no problem, but to go round and fix some of the issues, a little bit of fit issues, flash, things like that. The usual things with the Revell kit, they cheap, which is great, but it comes at a slight price. So you get little things like rescribing detail, a little bit hit and miss. Like down here, some of it's quite crisp, others is pretty faded. So you need to sort of take your time, repair things. But really for the kit, when you think this kit, you can pick it up for sort of 25 quid now, I think. Online at some retailers, it's a lot of plastic for your money, and as you can see, it's quite an impressive lump. For the observant of you that were watching last night's live show, you ought to see we had the acrylic rod has turned up, so that is going to literally fit up the back end of these. I won't push it through yet because I haven't drilled it out for the LED lighting, and then we're going to have this sort of doing some wacky maneuver or something on a rod. I need to drill out the end so the LED fits in it, and then the whole idea is that this will light up with the burner effects which are inside. Okay, so really coming along nicely. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing reviews and things like that, so I'm not going to have a time with it, but hopefully by Friday this will be into primer. The other Typhoon will be in primer as well, so all next week is going to be airbrushing week, which will be a lot of fun, and as you know, it's my favourite part of it. Speaking of burners and metallizers and things, if you were watching last night's live show, you would know we did actually open the box live. The Extreme Metal AK range is here at last. To be honest, it was supposed to be here before we went away, but it got a little bit delayed. Okay, it's here now, so tomorrow morning I'm going to clear all this away, going to get the cameras all rolling, and I'm going to do a complete on test, and I'm going to mirror what the advert does. Okay, so we've all seen the advert online where he sprays it down, then he rubs over it and he masks it. I'm going to do it and see what happens. So it'd be interesting to see if this stuff is as good as it appears to be. Okay, I've heard mixed results. Some people say it's brilliant, you can mask over it, and I've heard other people say no, it's just as fragile as every other metallic that's out there. But needless to say, me and Sid were slightly shocked, especially with the cleaner, which almost blew our head off when we gave it a sniff last night live on the show. It's still quite smelly, it looks very alcladdy, shall we say, and no different from any other metallizer ranges I've got back up here. But if it's as hard as they're pushing, i.e. that you can rub this, you can handle it, you can mask over it and decal over it with no problem, it will be my go-to paint, okay? And because of that, it's actually this month's prize draw. Remember, as all the members, normally we give away a set of washes, sanders and all the rest of it. Special this month, because I've got a lot of it, watch the live show, I'm going to give away that entire set. So you're going to get the entire AK Extreme Metal range and a bottle of cleaner, because I think you might need it. Okay, it's going to be up for grabs. Okay, so that will go up shortly. I've got to take a photo of it all, as you know, in the bits and pieces, but you'll get the sticker set that will go with it and all the other things like that. So if you are a member, tomorrow, I know it's a week late, it's going to be the 9th by the time it go up, but it'll be well worth it, because that's worth like over 50 quid's worth of gear there, and then with the sticker set and all the bits and pieces, it's going to be near 60 quid's worth of stuff. All you got to do, pop in the forum, go to the prize draw area up in announcements and pop down there, count me in. I would love some, or whatever you want to put, and then what we do is use the random number generator to pick out your winning vote, or whatever you want to put down, your line number. Okay, and you could then walk away with all of that great stuff. But remember, you do have to be a member and you have to be in the forum as well, so it's well worth doing. Speaking of the forum, as I say, I'm going to cover it a little bit later on in the week. We're going to have a look around the forum and the bits pieces. A load of people have messaged me saying about the new group build and things like that. I know Hans got inundated by it and things. Tomorrow what I'm going to do is actually sit down with you guys and explain about the group build, how it works, what's allowed to be in it, what's not, and things like that, because as I say, we're still getting loads of questions on it, and hopefully I'll be able to answer most of those for you. So that's about it for today, apart from the Bandai speeder bike has turned up. So this is it's the Scout Trooper, okay, which is this guy, and the speeder bike. It does look like there's two separate items in there under one big kit, so it's quite nice. So you can actually have the actual Scout Trooper stood on his own if you wanted to, without him being on the bike, or as complete separate. So you could have the bike on its own if you wanted to. So that's quite a nice touch. So that turned up. So we've got the review of that coming up tomorrow. And we've also got, you've seen last night's live show, we've got the Revel 132nd. This is the new tool FW190 Fokker Wolf. All right, so I'm going to be reviewing that tomorrow as well. So quite a busy day tomorrow, because obviously we're going to be doing the on test in the morning and the reviews. Then I've got to get it edited and everything else. So obviously the Alclads probably won't be up until late in the week or early next week. We'll get them up to review, because by the time I edit it and get all those bits done, it's going to take a little bit of time. But the reviews will be up with you tomorrow anyway. So don't forget, the Typhoon Part 3 is going to be up today, and then you're going to have the reviews tomorrow, and then I might hopefully get another part up of something, obviously the Typhoon or something else by the end of the week. But needless to say, next week will be a lot of fun, lots of airbrushing, we can really push on with these, and then hopefully these will work really well and I can use them on the engines of this as a proper on test and everything else like that. So there we go, that's about it for today. Thanks for joining us, and hope to see you tomorrow.